audio.
He made this.
Je ne sais quoi.
He made this.
Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi.
Big Jeff Audio. Jeff Audio. Big Jeff Audio. Jeff Audio. Big Jeff Audio.
Big Jeff is back, yeah, let's start the show. Let me get you caught up if you did not know. You see, Jeff took a hit, yeah, he was off his feet, chilling in the ER, eating mystery meat. While he was laid up in the hospital gown, his team said, yup, they held it down. The Big Jeff brand, it never fell off the rails. Taylor kicking ass kept making them sales. Benjamin ran the show like his name Jay Leno. Ask how he did, digo muy bueno. Pumping out vids, pushing out new content. And the usual suspects was killing the comments. We were smashing the like, cause yeah, you know it's on. But the MVP was the homeboy Juan. Back to business, cause the boss is back. Ask what is this, there's no cause for that. Cause like subwoofers, we get down low. I present the return of the Big Sound Show. Deviant for life, yeah, you already know me. Glad to see you back for real, big homie. He's back, oh snap, all facts, no cap, let's go.
Big Sound by Big Jeff, episode 54. 54 episodes. You know, I see a lot of people start YouTube or podcasts, whatever, and the biggest thing I watched and read was people having to stick with it, and that's the hardest thing. And I got a couple guests on tonight. DJ Mark V, who has been doing his thing for a long time, and we promote back and forth, and he spreads the word, and we spread the word, and that's what it's about. And he has a live every Friday. Hopefully, all of you have tuned in and been a part of that. And if not, you can always check it out on Facebook every Friday. And then we have tonight Junior from Massive Audio, who's been on the show multiple times. And I never know what to expect because we go one way and it always takes off another way, which is awesome. And this is what it's about, talking about bass and music and sound and everything else. Big shout out to Taylor in here, a boy, Mr. Ben, and office manager Eliana, who I always forget to give a shout out, is in here. And I'm seeing people jumping in. We got a good night tonight. Hit that like button. Hit that share button because tonight we have a giveaway. We're announcing a winner. Do we have the giveaway picture or something? Video? There you go. We have Audio Assassins LLC, who is a box builder in Ocala, who started doing some custom boxes as giveaways to get some attention, and it has been awesome, who built a custom box with the Big Jeff logo in it. And then we took two of the TKO 12.4s to put in that box which is a great starter system for anybody. We're going to be announcing that winner tonight. What else are we going to talk about? Couple cool things. I know you all saw the biggest, the loudest, the heaviest sub right here, the 2-inch woofer. Go ahead and hit that video on this one, guys.
We're going to look at the biggest, the heaviest, the baddest woofer ever made. I'm about to show it to you guys. Really, we're about to show the people the biggest, the heaviest, the loudest subwoofer out in the warehouse right now. Okay, let's go. The biggest, the loudest, the heaviest sub under this box. Let me know. Are we ready?
Are we ready? Yeah.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Hold on. Think. Hold on. That's good. Oh, what is this? Look at that little guy right there. Hold on, let the music kick in. We'll see it move. I know I schooled you all. It's probably the smallest, the lightest subwoofer ever made. Let me turn this up a little bit. Look at that. That thing is a real live subwoofer, 2 inches, heavy too. Now, we have a big batch coming, hopefully before Black Friday, but we have some here. So if you grab them now, we'll ship this out to you. They're under $100. This is the 2-inch subwoofer.
So that was fun. And before I get forward, because I love people love shout outs, there's a birthday tonight. Hold on. Put that back up, guys. Find that comment so I can get the name. There you go. Joshua Lawrence, happy birthday. Thank you for being a part of the show and the Big Jeff platform. I really appreciate it. So this was actually designed by a guy. Well, the idea came from a guy in the U.S. and asked me to make, because RC cars is still a huge world. And they're now putting systems on the remote control cars, which actually are getting bigger and bigger. So this is a live working 2-inch subwoofer, 4 ohms, take about 5 to 10 watts. And we already had tons of people order them, but not even for that, but to novelty item. It actually has a trim ring that you screw down. It's got a real voice coil. It's incredible. You guys could put up one of those QR codes if you could. Deviant, wait, put him back up. What trash he's talking? There's the QR code. You can scan it. Deviant said what? Where is he at?
He said you got a sub that'll fit in the Dodge Omni.
Dodge Omni, there he goes. So this is really cool. Also, I always love supporting people. High Five Vector, who you know does a bunch of videos for us and himself. He's actually an engineer during the day. Has some really cool fans, and there's a lot of fans out there. Some are really loud, some are really big, some powerful, some not. So I said, hey, I think send me one. I want to really look at this fan. Hit that. We got that video real quick. We're gonna play the whole thing, but pull that video.
So you can see that air sucks in up here, blows out there, and it's moving a ton of air. And the way this shape, not just shooting out one spot, it's actually going out while it's able to fill the whole trash bag. I mean, look at that. Once you close up and it's not blowing out, I mean, it's a lot of air. I mean, holy cow. And it's wide, like it's not real close. It's made to move air. So I'm Big Jeff from Big Jeff Audio, and kind of an unboxing, but also this.
So those fans are super powerful. They're not loud at all, and they have this wide blowing. It's really cool, and I know guys want to keep things cool. They're right there. Support a local bass head, a YouTuber right there, and hopefully we get them going. We can get the price down depending on the part. So big shout out to High Five Vector. And then we got a local promo going on. You know, for all these years, I've never really advertised local walk-in because unfortunately we're not a stereo shop. We don't do labor. We don't do installs. And there's a lot of time intensity when they come in and want to talk. And the sales guys got to do more wholesale. But realize that there's not many places like us in Central Florida area that you could walk in and have this many options of brands like Massive Audio and B2 Audio and DS18, all these brands, and you can come in and get it. So we're actually running some local promos for you that are basically within the 100-mile range and want to take the trip. And it also involves Tip Top. Ben, we got something for that? What is Tip Top? You need car audio? Like Kenwood, Kicker, DD Audio, Rockford, DS18. Don't pay retail. Don't even pay internet. Pay the walk-in price, which is even cheaper than that. Hey, on top of the... Wait, there's more. I know you keep saying about this Tip Top and $25 off, but we just got approval for $25, $50, and $100 off your car instantly. Yeah. Okay, so Tip Top is a way to check out for payments, or you could take cell phones, tablets, computers, whole type of stuff, and if you don't want any more, they can give you a trade-in value, which will come off your cart instantly, and you ship it in. The other thing is, because we're doing a promo, and we're the first car audio company in the U.S. doing it, that depending on how much money you spent, you can get another $25 off, $50, $100 on anything. So definitely check that out. And if you want to come in and do it, we can take care of you and give you that local discount. Okay, now that I got that stuff out of the way, let's start here. Junior from Massive Audio. For the people that don't know who you are or haven't watched us, give us a little bit who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Well, I've been in car audio since I was 16. I started my first brand. I've owned Hollywood Sound, Atomic. I've worked for US Amps, RE Audio. I've been doing a lot of OEM. I'm basically a basshead that just stayed in the industry.
Right. And, we've had you on the show a bunch of times. I've dealt with you with different brands, and we've been going strong with Massive Audio. Big thing was cleaning up the internet, getting the prices right, getting the product in. And people don't realize when it comes to UPCs and serial numbers, there's a whole other world after you get it here. And we've been real close relationship with Massive and not bringing the brand back, but giving it power, giving it more. Hey, this brand is years old. How long has Massive been around now?
25 years.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Right now we're releasing our 25th anniversary line.
Right. So it's not even a relaunch. It's saying, hey, we've been here. We still have a lot of the same models that we've been selling for all this time, and we're just getting, more of the new wave and the technology and everything else. And I got DJ Mark V on here. When people you meet in life that you just click, that's one of those guys, right? And I think we clicked instantly. I reached out to you. I saw your live.
Yes,
and we've been not going out, hanging out friends because we're in different areas, but you answer my
One day.
Yeah, one day. And we promote each other. And that's what it's about, is networking. And I have literally had customers send messages in. They found us because of you. And I am seeing more and more car audio guys jumping on your feeds, which is awesome. For the people that don't know, who are you? What do you do? And why do you do it?
I'm Mark V. I like long walks on the beach. No, just kidding. First and foremost, Big Jeff, thank you so much to your team. To Ben, to Taylor, Junior, welcome. Thank you. Ayo, Brian, shout out to all the Facebook family, everyone on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everyone on Facebook Live, thank you so much for supporting me, the Big Jeff Audio team, B2 Audio USA. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Big Jeff. Just like he said, we just met online, of course, through the whole internets. And it was a breath of fresh air, quite frankly, just to be able to collaborate with Big Jeff and his whole team, because a lot of my background, believe it or not, and one day I hope to share some footage if I can find it, like pictures, if anything, has been through the car audio scene, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we touched that on the first podcast or maybe on the second one. So thank you for having me again, Big Jeff and the whole team there. But
I ain't gonna lie, I come back and listen to the live feeds later in my car, because there are times where you get down, like you can see, you feel it. The music's pumping. It's almost, high quality with no distortion.
Yeah. You got me last Friday.
I got you so messed up. You had to start over.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. We know we're live, right?
100%. That is for sure.
Yes, sir.
Mark, what's up, brother? You got a lot of people in here. So tonight we're going to interview both of you. We're going to talk about Massive Audio and hippos and GTRs. And we're going to talk about you because I hope a lot of people can see if they like that techno or want to mix it up. You're the man for that. Usually every Friday, and we also have like a Halloween special coming up, so we're gonna get to that. But also at the end of the night, Big Jeff is known for giving back and doing giveaways. And here I partnered up with Massive Audio and Audio Assassins. Pop that video out for the giveaway.
Giveaway time again at Big Jeff Audio from bigjeffaudio.com. But listen, you got to watch the video. Last giveaway, 3 people got picked, and we went to go look for the other things they got to do. They didn't do it, so they didn't win. But I'll tell you what, we are going to announce the winner for this new giveaway on our podcast October 22nd. That's 7:30 Eastern Time. We're going to have DJ Mark V, awesome DJ that we hooked up with, sponsor back and forth. And Junior from Massive Audio will be on that night. And that's when we're going to give the winner announcements for this giveaway. What is the giveaway? Bam! Audio Assassins out of Ocala, Florida, has been building these little custom boxes, and he's been killing it. And he just made another one, really cool with the Big Jeff logo on it. And then we got you some subwoofers to put in there. Bam! Massive Audio TKO 12 Forge, 2 of them, 600 watt subwoofers. You need, I don't know, about 1,000, 1,500 watts to kick this into place. How do you win the box and the 2?
Okay, so this is really big because you get a lot of people, and we can see the retention time in the videos. They don't watch the whole thing. They do it on purpose. We give instructions how to enter. Now, they're not huge instructions. You ain't got to go dig ditches. It don't take you 10 minutes. But for us to give away stuff, we're looking to spread the Big Jeff name and word along with the manufacturers and or people like Audio Assassin. And we had last time on the last giveaway, I had to go through 3 to get to the 4th person because when I went to go check, they either didn't text or they didn't share or the page was locked so nobody would see it anyway. And I tell everybody, you got to pay attention to it. But it's really simple. Comment, like, share, and then you send a text, and then you're in. So they're at the bottom. Check out Audio Assassins, who put in his own time, his own money on the box. I didn't pay for it. He gave it in. Check him out. Like, follow that page for sure. Also, if you haven't heard of DJ Mark V, we're going to roll that at the bottom. And definitely, it ain't hard to search Massive Audio to check them out. They've redone their websites. They've redone their social media. The product is even coming out looking bigger and better. This is going to be an awesome night, So, I know we do a little video on each guest, and we're going to start with DJ Mark V. I think Ben put something together you're going to like. Ben, let's see what he got.
Jeff and the whole Big Jeff crew, honored, blessed, and yes, how did I get started off DJing? Yes, how did I get started off DJing? Yes, how did I get started off DJing?
If you don't ever want to turn back.
Then it goes a little something like this.
Baby, baby, can't you see?
Everybody know that came together. You gotta give Ben some props.
Ben, thank you so much, my friend. That was amazing.
And it's live. This is not recorded because Friday I got you good. I got you so flustered you had to stop the show and restart because you were totally it was gone, right? You were just
yes.
First time I ever saw you that flustered, which means this is Real Deal Live.
Yes,
and
sir.
You change it up from show to show and sometimes midstream trying to make your followers happy. Why do you do this, Mark V? Because I know, and I think everybody needs to know, it's not even about money of the stars or any of that because you got a good full-time job. You have a career. Why do you do this every week?
It's because of like this, Big Jeff, of just being part of the music and, you know, seeing the excitement that you see in the chat virtually. I want to say, like, you know, typically when I start to stream, we get it marinated a little bit, we get it started, but like as soon as the Big Jeff audio crew comes in, it's like, kick the door down, get the champagne going, get the open up the VIP for the Big Jeff audio crew. I mean, that's what it is. It's like virtual, like it's just like, you know, like a drug, quite frankly. I mean, it's just a good feeling.
And the followers, black, white, Hispanic. I mean, every race, creed, religion are in there. People from all over the world.
Yes.
And your one-day view turns into thousands, which is incredible. And
couldn't do without you.
Well, and we couldn't do it without you, because that cross-promoting is what it's about. And I try to do that with manufacturers or YouTubers or people like you. But it's incredible that you do this not for the money, because there's really no money. You're not even going to gigs or bars or clubs. You're just doing this because you enjoy it. And
I love
man,
it.
that's what I think a lot miss in car audio with all the drama and everything else. We just forget about the basics of getting in the car or in the boat or wherever and just playing music, right? I know that's got me through multiple things in life. And I don't, everybody talks about how music has changed your life. I think we all in here can remember some songs that have touched us or get us, you know what I'm saying? So that is really awesome. Are you a techno guy, period, or what other music do you like to listen to also?
I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of people don't know. And shout out to everyone in the Facebook feed or Facebook live feed over there. Dean, Chris, Amanda. I didn't forget about you guys. Donald, I see you. I appreciate you. Just want to say a quick shout out. But a lot of people don't know that I started off as an open format DJ. So a lot of my background, at least a blueprint of where I come from, has been stuff from like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, hip hop, R&B, and I focus more on electronic music just because it has been like something that gets me a little bit more excited than the standard commercial music that we all hear. But I still love it. I still love commercial music. I still love pop music. I still love music that we all listen to, the 90s hip hop, stuff like that, 90s dance music that I'm sure we all have heard on the radio.
What
But
do you get out of it that Friday where you take a couple hours out of your day, right? And you sweat, you work it. When I say it's time to sweat, you're really getting into it. What is it that you get out of it? Because again, it's not money, it's not monetizing. It's
a great question. Man, I love the questions. Honestly, one of the things is definitely exercise. So I promised myself, this year to just try to be more active, sitting in front of a computer and sitting in the desk. I trying to find anywhere possible to be active. So when I see you guys come in, you're like, yo, let's turn it up. I'm always trying to like move more, jump more, and be a little bit more excited in there. But it's just the music. It relates to like with audio, like back in the day when I used to have like 210s in my car, just a little getaway. I would just hop in a ride and just cruise around town and listen to music, and just feel the warmth of the bass and the crisp of the mids and the treble. Same thing with DJing, but more so, it's directly right here in my ears.
Right, Junior. I got a question. We'll get into the massive audio. We got plenty of time. What do you listen to? I mean, what gets you normally going, and what is something that takes you back to the younger days?
I used to like heavy metal. I listen to a little bit of classical.
Oh yeah.
So I have a very varied taste. I just don't like most country music because I don't want to play the record backwards and get my dog, my cat, my house, and my car back.
Right.
So
So,
I like a little bit of everything.
and that's cool because I don't listen to techno all the time. I'm a rap guy. I listen to
Of
R&B. But sometimes techno takes me back to my 20s, right? When life was different, and it always brings me some. So we're talking about you wanted to get up moving and stuff. We just put some up because I didn't even realize. I was looking at a video when I first opened my shop, and the guy was trying to steal a massive audio EQ, by the way, and I caught him. And then I was looking at videos when we first moved, then before the hospital and after the hospital. Ben, put that picture up, which you don't realize it when you see it every day. at the top, that's when I opened up basically around 2019. That was me. And then the picture, the bottom left was just at the, I think, I forgot which show, but that was like not a year ago. And then the ones to the right are now. But yeah, I mean, you got to find ways if you don't have time to go to the gym or if you're not a gym type guy to keep moving. And I think this is a perfect way. I can tell you at our shop, once we get it out there, everybody's moving. I got one of the loudest desks ever with speakers, and you can hear it through the place. Cool, too. I want to make an announcement. I'm seeing a lot more girls, women in here tonight, and that's awesome. Sure following DJ Mark V, but I've actually seen handfuls, JR, of women entering for the contest, which is incredible because I could tell you up till just a couple months ago, it was 95%, 99% men. And I'm starting to see more and more women involved in the audio scene and also a part of our platform. And that's huge, right? To see that because, man, I've seen some girls have some really killer rides and be involved in this. And or we even had last time the winners were a husband and wife. They both had vehicles. That was a great way to win. So I'm going to do something because we didn't even plan it. But you know what? Who wants one of these? If you want one of these, I'm going to give one away tonight. Go ahead and comment the word mini, M-I-N-I, and we're going to pick a winner. I want you to comment the word mini. We're going to give away one of these 2-inch subs. Junior, you're here representing Massive Audio. We got a couple things to go over. What I want to do is talk about the GTRs because I think that's the biggest talk right now, isn't it? The switch over to these new subs. Ben, you want to pull? There it is. I got it. So, I mean, that's just a killer looking speaker. Give us the insight of how the GTR came about. I know you have the GTX and then you go to the Sumo, the Hippos. Where is this from? What made you all do this right here?
So what we wanted to do was basically we saw car audio as two different sections. Number one was dividing the line for audio for cars for standard charging systems, and then for those that wanted to upgrade the alternator. So what the GTR is, it's our version of what you can do to make a big difference in a system, with the GT being 500 watts and the GTR being around 1,000 watts. And then we made the smaller versions of it. What we wanted to do here is make a real woofer. These are not really woofer, a subwoofer. We wanted to play low frequency because we saw that a lot of the 6.5s and 8-inch in the market weren't really hitting those low notes. And we saw an opportunity.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the design. It just looks, I mean, Mark, what do you think? I mean, it just looks rugged just because there's not much you could do to a woofer design. But I really like not just the surround, but the cone. And then you have the grill that basically goes under the boot, correct? And that's just a rugged, mean woofer. Like I can see that in the G.
Yeah, it's like a Jurassic Park speaker.
Right. And in person, they even feel like that, Mark. It's crazy. So the GTR Junior is where? Is it go GTX then GTR? Or is it the other way?
Well, the GTX we didn't want to discontinue it because everyone knew us for that.
Right.
And so we kept it on until we can show them that the GT, which is actually a little bit less expensive, actually outperforms the old GTX. And the GTR outperforms the old GTXR version.
Right.
So that's why we changed the model numbers a little bit because it's also a whole different platform. These woofers are going much lower frequency. In the past, we made the music for the bass to be around 40 hertz, but now everyone's listening to about 32 hertz. And now there's a lot of digital music. There's a lot of digital, signals that we didn't have a lot because recordings were very lacking in the past.
Right.
A lot of the bit depth didn't come through.
And
so
it's even
what we wanted
downloading everywhere, right? And Spotify and iPhone, and then they're rebasing it. So I mean, the music is really all over the place. Even worse. I mean, older days it was MP3, and those were real bad. You had a CD, right? But the music has changed. So you took that in part of the redesigning of the woofers. You're saying?
Yeah. So that's why I came back. I had retired, but I started seeing that all this new 24-bit and 32-bit content was available, but there wasn't any product that could play that.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons that we came out with the GTR, and we came out with a multi-directional spider to be able to center the coil without binding the coil, so that it could play more frequencies at the same time.
If you're just tuning in, make sure button, share this out. We've had an amount of people in here already. We're giving away probably in the next little bit the new B2 Audio 2-inch subwoofer, and you just have to comment mini. Tonight at the end, we're also going to announce the Massive Audio TKO subs and the Audio Assassin box. We're giving that away. DJ Mark V, what do you drive, and does it have a system?
I do have a system. I have a Nissan Frontier. It was used to bring the speakers when I would do gigs. I got one Kicker 10, I think, in there.
Okay.
And with a 1,000-watt Kicker amp in there. It's old though.
Go ahead. I'm gonna change my hat here. Go ahead.
And an old double din, I think Denon, with still a CD slot in there.
Oh, wow. Okay. And Junior, you gotta. I mean, you're at the top of Massive Audio. Tell me you have something big rolling.
No, man, I'm bone stock. I'm in a Mercedes-Benz bone stock.
Oh wow!
But I'm changing that.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at doing something with an 8-inch.
Okay.
Because we just set up an 8-inch at one of the local distributors, and what's funny, it's the salesperson's a girl.
Okay.
And she's now going up against guys saying, "Hey, listen to my 12," and then they get impressed, and then she opens the trunk and it's an 8-inch.
Oh no, that's some bragging rights, honestly.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah,
Mark,
she's smoking.
if we do like 20 of these, right, and it'd be like, "What you rolling in? 2 inches?"
2 inches deep. Yeah.
Deep, man.
Times 20.
Really cool. I mean, because people always ask where I drive, and I have a couple different vehicles, and I have different stuff in each vehicle. I can't say, and I'd love to say Massive because Ron and I is the best, but I think every brand has their quality or their key equipment, and I've liked to build stuff that has different equipment in it. But we got tons of comments. If I don't get your comment, I'm sorry. It is blowing up tonight, which is awesome, and I see people really want to win the woofer. I got DJ Mark V on, who is a DJ out of Orlando.
Yes, Orlando by way of Ocoee now.
Okay, and what happened during the storm? Did you get anything?
Gosh, we got lucky. We did lose. We did get some damage, but I was really worried about what was behind me.
Right.
The
equipment, right.
Yeah. The biggest thing is, really concerned if was it going to leak? Was rain going to come in? So I was a little bit, couldn't sleep, but got lucky and very blessed.
And Junior, where are you located out of?
I'm in right now I'm in downtown LA, but I'm out of Diamond Bar, California.
Okay, I got you. And we were talking earlier with electric cars and everything else. Obviously, California is a big port. Car audio, Miami's big. Those are the and then more and more we're seeing stuff Tennessee and everywhere else. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick video break. I got something put together about Massive Audio. When we come back, we're gonna announce this winner. We're gonna do some more talking. We're gonna talk about the new Hippo amps. And don't forget, at the end of the night, we're going to announce the winner for the 212s in the box. Check this Massive Audio video out.
Do it like that. Two-step, then I bring it right back. They wonder how I do it like that. Two-step, then I bring it right back. They wonder how I do it like that. Two-step, then I bring it right back. They wonder how I do it like that. 7-fit flex on the checks on that.
Massive Audio. Massive Audio.
know for Big Jeff, we've been selling massive audio since I started. Originally, I had to buy it through a distributor as I was coming up and becoming a distributor. And we've been working with Massive now for years. And, you know, sometimes even though you have part numbers that work perfect and there's no reason to change, you got to bring them some fresh meat. And that's what you're doing. And we're going to talk about some right now, right after we pick a winner for this little 2-inch sub. And we're going to get into the Hippo amps. You guys got a winner ready? Who wants to win the 2-inch mini B2 audio RC car desk? Somebody built the system with.
I think you're lagging out.
I'm lagging? Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Cynthia! I gotta do it. Giveaway time to Cynthia Williams. Congratulations. Contact us at 737 Big Jeff, and we will get you this shipped out. Awesome. Nice seeing, like I said, we're seeing more females here and online. Okay, we're going to talk some on these cool new amps, JR. What are we looking at here?
Well, that's something that's totally new. So what we did is we hired Dirk Ecker, who was the main engineer of US Amps, to help us do a whole new platform of amplifier.
Okay.
So what we wanted to do was we wanted to use the latest high bit depth. Again, you know, for high content music, we wanted to use the new chipsets that were being used in pro audio that were very efficient amplifiers, yet they're very loud and very compact. Plus the new chipset, everything's built into the chip. In the past, you would build like a power supply and output and protection, but the protection was secondary. It wasn't part of the design. Now everything's part of the design. So we wanted to come up with a new platform.
Because I'm looking here, all of them up to the 8 and the 10 have the meter on the front and it looks like protecting that. Why did you guys, is there a reasoning on the bigger amps that it's not on?
Yes, because if you don't know what your voltage is, you shouldn't be messing with those big amps.
I like that for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. If you're gonna need a meter, then you shouldn't be installing it because you're talking about 400 amps of current that could, you know, seriously hurt someone, and it seriously can hurt, you know.
And here we are. You got to know what you're talking about because I'm going to say that the 24,000 watt amp got a bad rep because people did not understand it needed 18 volts to do that power, and there was people running on a 14 wondering why it either was shutting down or not working at all. So I like what you said. And it's not about feeling dumb or looking dumb. Don't believe everything you read on Facebook. One, talk to the manufacturer and or talk to companies like us that can give you some input. We're not professional. We're not experts, but we deal directly with manufacturers. But also know your limitations of your car and the limitations of your wallet, okay? Because we get the question all the time, what's the best, which I get. And what I might think is the best one is an opinion, but you also is what's the best in your price range. Big shout out to Subs and Paws. If you don't know who they are, they were on last podcast, YouTube, doing a build, and they're doing reviews. Glad to see them in here tonight. So talk about these amps. What are the innards? Are we talking Korean, Chinese, half Chinese, Taiwanese?
Well, what people don't know is that Massive Audio actually owned an amplifier factory in China, but we found that actually the assembly part was where we lost money. So what we did is we partnered up with the board factory, and we have 2 different companies that can assemble for us, but the board we manufacture at that board factory only because everything's surface mount. There's no more little through hole work of art. Everything's tested as it's put in. Tolerance, we test, you know, the circuit now. So it's a whole different world than it was before. Everything's chipset, you know, based. There's no more wires inside because we're moving everything from, just like your cell phone charges without wires, we can move current inside the amplifier without wires now too. So imagine before we moved electrons in a wire one after another, now we can pulse a whole wave of them.
Okay. Now these are the H5000, that's 5,000 watts at what voltage?
That's at 14 volts, and it'll do way over. We did AP testing. We're underrating everything. We got almost 8,000 watts out of that amplifier.
Right. So true rating, nice design, efficiency is up there. Let me ask you this, DJ Mark V, when you're putting together, when you were doing clubs and that, Is there a science on how many speakers you need, how many amps? Because it's a little bit different than car audio, right?
That's a great question. Well, a lot of it is placement, of course, so of course, very parallel to how it's installed in a vehicle, but uh, a lot of it was placement. And as far as like how much boom you need in that room, sometimes I've been in places where there was too much, where the bass was just overpowering and it just wasn't enjoyable. So there's definitely a science to it, of course, but I think if anything.
Because there's a
What's
lot
that?
of car audio that the loudspeakers, mids and highs, are so loud.
Right.
Junior, it's just so loud, you get the sour face, and you can't even hear the music. You got to have that blend for sure, especially in that type of environment where everybody's right in front of the speaker. JR, was Massive ever into before?
Yeah, we do home. We do a little bit of home, and we do actually do a little bit of reinforcement. So we've been doing a little bit of everything, but we mainly have stuck to car for woofers and small drivers and amplifiers. But we're branching out. We're getting a little bit more into the home audio. So
Okay.
I believe like mid-year next year we'll introduce the home audio line. We do sell it overseas, but we don't sell it in the U.S.
Now you got SEMA coming up, so I'm sure you guys have a whole setup. You're going to that, right?
Yeah. We hired a engineer called Carlos Zuccotti. He did our aluminum carbon, and he's doing all our pro audio, and we're going to debut it at the SEMA show.
They make a joke, said too much bass, and if right, DJ, you see it all the time. It can never be what? And it can never be too loud. Right. Got you there for sure. So when you go to SEMA, that takes a lot of time, money, planning. Is there stuff that's going to be launched that we all don't know about, or is the product out there right now?
No, we're going to launch some pro audio from Zuccotti. We're launching the GTR amplifiers and the GT. So what I did is I got the same chipset that I'm using in the Hippo, and I decided to use it on the GTR. I'm just using a little bit like no Tiffany, no meter, but I'm still using all the main parts to make it probably one of the best sounding entry-level amplifiers that's ever existed. I mean, it's
even grown. The line is now huge. And let me ask this: your opinion, third party. Do you think? Let me ask you: line can have too much.
Say that one more time. You cut off. Do I think a line?
Line, right? You can even talk about turntables, whatever. But I'm saying in car audio, could a brand have too many options or no?
Oh boy, that's a tough question. Giving the consumer a lot of options is great, but I don't know. I want to tread carefully here. I think it may give them too many options to where they can't decide, perhaps.
Right. Now, I think the right options from budget for sure, right?
Yeah.
Their levels of audio going up, right? And then you have to separate PL and sound quality, right? And then you have something in the big line in massive audio.
Hippo.
Hippo.
Yeah, we sell a lot of hippos,
Right.
which is surprising. When I came to this company, I didn't realize most companies sell more mid-end, but they were selling hippos like crazy. That was their number one seller. And now the 8-inch hippo has started outselling the 12-inch hippo, which is abnormal. And now the 6.5 is starting to take off.
I know some of you guys saying I'm lagging. I'm not sure if it's the internet or the mic, but maybe I'll talk closer.
Sounds good.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay,
I think it's your internet though. 'Cause your camera's going out too.
crying, okay?
I think it's the little kid coming out of you.
Mini Jeff audio.
Nah, I think
Mini Jeff.
Yeah, I got fiber at the shop, so that's like 1 gig all the way through. And unfortunately, at the house, you still got to deal with cable, which is not always good. So we were talking about Massive Audio having a bunch of options. But I agree with you, Mark. If you have too many options, it's like going in 1,000 flavors. You end up picking vanilla, strawberry, chocolate because
Like Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, what
Right.
page are you on?
But on Massive Audio, I think you have the everydayers, you have the bass heads, you have SPL guys. So do you guys think your market is more with the everydayers or branching out into just the bass head world?
Well, what we're seeing is two markets developing. One where the people want to keep the stock, charging system alternator and get the most out of it. That's what we made the GT and GTR. Then we
Right.
have Hippo, which is people that want competition levels of just massive bass and output, but they have to upgrade their system to get that type of performance, and they'll get it all day long. So I think now that region is growing because power has become less expensive. So now bigger systems are
100%.
plausible.
Zaz there, who big shout out to Zaz, runs our Let's Talk Car Audio. If you want a good group to go into, we have our own group. There is no complaining. I don't care shipping, other competitors, it doesn't matter. It's just about good old talk. He says, what do you recommend for an amp for the GTRs or the Hippos? Kind of a
It
big
really
question.
depends sort of on what your need is. So we do have a Hippo 1000 to complete for the 8-inch and the 6.5. But technically, if you were to take that 1000 out, everything else is 3000 and up. You need an upgraded alternator. So if you want an upgraded alternator, you're willing to spend for the batteries, get a Hippo. If you want to maximize your charging system stock, or maybe just get a supplementary battery, then use the GTR.
Right. I like the alternator idea because we've actually just in this last month our alternator sales have increased 300,000 with Mech, 300% with MechMan, and I think people are realizing that you can get a good aftermarket alternator for around $500, $600. That gives you the amperage where you don't need a whole fleet of batteries, but even when you do, you still have to charge them. But what Massive is saying is they have product for the people that are not going to do all that. Just run it on that factory or the extra Big Jeff lithium, hint, and or you're gonna do it big in there. What do you all think? Put in the comment. Is it more important to have an extra battery or an aftermarket alternator first? I'm curious what you all say. Put it in there. If you had to get one or the other, meaning factory battery, new, good condition, would you replace that first or put the money in for a MechMan, obviously, alternator? I want to see in your comments. Go ahead.
One
Jeff.
easy thing to say is batteries hold current. Only alternators make current.
Right.
So that's a big distinction.
And
If
most
you
people
need
are
the current,
sitting,
you have
not
to get an
charging.
alternator. Yeah.
Right. Nothing against Autotech, nothing against other brands. I'm just going to represent the guys I promote and been with, MechMan. I don't see Tony in here, but we have literally had in 2 years only 2 returns, and one of them was an LC Delco that wasn't even a MechMan. They returned it in the box, the little fuckers. But other than that, great product. Okay, what do you think? Put your comment. Alternator or battery first? Both are in the $500 range. We go with lithium. I'd love to see. What would you do? I'll hear it first from DJ Mark V. Alternator first or an extra battery?
Oh man, a battery would take up more room, but no.
No, it depends on the system. I'll give you that. Junior, go ahead and give me your
Okay.
answer. I'm going to give my input. Battery, alternator first.
I would go with an alternator because only the alternator makes the current that you need. The battery needs to hold it. So if you don't have the current, then you don't need to hold it.
I am all for that because you can always add a battery later if needed or change the one under the hood for a better. Definitely want to get out of the lead acid, get to the AGM at the bare minimum. And people are doing super cap types in the back as an add-on. So I'm going to go with Mark V. You're not wrong, but I think it depends on the application and how far they've already taken the system. If
Plus, I think this is very important.
Go
So how much current is going out versus how much current is coming in is going to determine if you get a second battery, number one, you're going to have a little bit more current going out, but there's going to be a point, like let's say you drive for half an hour, you stop, you go get lunch, you get back in your car. Now those batteries are depleted. it's going to blow up your amplifier because your amplifier can't compete with the 2 batteries trying to recharge.
Okay, I got another question for you. You ready? One 24-inch woofer or two 12-inch woofers? DJ Mark V?
Oh
If you had the space, hold on. If you had the space and the power, would you rather have two 12-inch woofers or one 24-inch? Everybody start putting your answer in the comments.
I've heard a guy back in the day have a 24-inch, and it was loud. It was nice, but for some reason, I heard another car, and the way they put it together, it was two 12s. It sounded a lot better. It had a lot more SPL.
So you're going to go with the 312s?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Junior?
For me, it's a convoluted question because the problem with 24-inch woofers is that they're woofers. There isn't a 24-inch subwoofer. They're all pro audio based designs. If I could design a woofer from the ground up, I would choose a 24-inch woofer.
So what do you think
that's not real
what frequencies are you really missing? Going even lower in the hertz.
Yes. It's hitting a lot more low frequency. Exactly.
Right.
Plus, it's also going to be a lot more sensitive because think about the magnet structure that it's going to have. You're going to have less cancellation. So if 2 woofers means twice the cancellation. If you have an even bad placement, it can be 4 or 5 times the cancellation. Whereas 1 woofer, you have that signal generating from just 1 focal point.
The comments are saying 12s. So I'm going to throw one more in there. 3 8s or 2 12s.
I go with a 2. I always like more. Less is more.
212.
Okay. 2 12s still? Not even the 3 8s? There's some big systems out there doing with the 8s.
Yeah, just there's more cancellation. It's harder to predict.
Yeah, I get you on that.
So for me, I'm a purist. I'd rather go for minimize the math.
Okay.
It's going to sound better for most.
If you would ask me the question, I would want more info. Like, what kind of music? What are we trying to achieve? But it's all about surface area, right? And I threw that in. People don't realize 2 12s is the same surface area as the 24-inch, basically. If I would have said 2 12s or an 18, you would say the 12s have more surface area. But really good question. I'm loving seeing the comments and just see what people think. Listen, we got 2 guys in here. Mark V, who I consider a friend. If you're in my phone, and you can call me your friend, I'm going to tell you that for sure.
Likewise.
And he's even got the second phone number, which is the bat line. So definitely big friend. And I got Junior from Massive Audio, who I have known for since I've been back in the car audio world, which has been awesome. And I'm glad to partner up and work together with them and be a distributor, an online seller. And we even help police the online area. So that's really cool. All right, we're getting close. We're going to be announcing the winner. I know you're all biting at the bit. It's only an hour show. Really cool. If you have any questions right now for DJ Mark V or Mr. Massive Audio, this is the time because we're going to pop it up. If you got a question for him, I want to hear it. We're going to ask it. That I would just go with 3 8s. What about me? Bernie Best is in the house, who is my, well, you know when you say I'm not racist, I have a black friend? That is my best black friend right there. Bernie Best in the house.
What up, Bernie?
The only guy that can walk through my shop like he owns it, but he's not paying any bills. In fact, it usually costs me money, but big shout out to Bernie Best making it in there tonight. Okay, we got a question from Ross Wellingbrick. Can you put that one up? Any subs would be great at this point. I can't afford. Well, that's a good answer. I mean, that would probably be the answer to 10s or 8s or 10s. Big shout out. And Ross, I don't know if you won tonight because I don't know, but keep entering the giveaways. We do them every 2 weeks. You might win. Okay. Tips on a budget build from TVS Williams. Put that up. Mr. Massive Audio, any tips you would give if you were explaining to somebody to do a budget build? Let's just talk about Massive Audio. Budget build under $1,500. Go ahead, plan it out.
For under $1,500, that gives a lot of leeway. I think the most important thing is, you need a big box. The box minimizes box rise. It minimizes impedance. So that's something that robs power. Like an amplifier, a lot of guys like to port these little boxes and port them low, but they don't realize that their impedance is going to be like at 30 hertz. At 30 ohms. At 30 ohms, the amp is going to be putting out maybe 10%, 20% of the power.
So let me ask you this. Do you call it box rise or impedance rise? Because that's a huge thing online, and people will fight over this.
It's box rise, but it's also impedance rise based on the frequency that it's being tuned at. So the frequency will determine how much resistance you have on, which is impedance, right? What resistance that you have on the woofer. And if it's 30 ohms, that's a lot of resistance.
Right. Yeah,
You
100%.
know,
Especially on the
yeah. So
DJ Martin, did I miss a question? Because I saw you say great question to somebody. It was deviant.
Oh yeah, it was on YouTube. It was a vinyl or digital. And
Oh, show the little things you got. Because you have both. We always talk about this. Show them the little enlarge Mark V's screen real quick, guys. Show them what you use. And then massive, maybe we can get him a massive audio one.
So I'll try to put the camera down here. So right here we have the Pioneer XLZ controller.
Big money.
Big money. There we go. And then behind here, just a wall of some vinyl that I've collected through the years. As
Keep watching, Junior, because this is a good swag item for Massive Audio. Show them the fake records.
Oh yeah. So here's the these are some control records that I made back in the day. This controls the MP3, the little Sherman Vega wannabe vinyl thing. It's just a sticker.
Junior, can we get a Massive Audio record?
I'm sure we probably could. It
should
be pretty easy.
Really cool.
Sure they'd still do that.
So you
and make
can
it into a clock. Like a clock would be cool. Make it out of you know what I mean? Out of a record and make a clock so it's still going around.
With that fake record, you can mix and scratch. Right. Okay. So you use vinyl and you mix it up digital. You're basically saying.
Yes, sir. So Fridays are typically I've seen a lot of the people want the vinyl, so I gotta show love to all my vinyl heads. But thinking about incorporating another stream coming up here in November. So other than Friday, we're probably going to incorporate a Tuesday stream possibly, but that's going to be more so focused on like the newer music, you know, the stuff that is not on vinyl, so the digital music. Yeah.
Martin, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Have you looked into DSD, the new type of recording that's basically straight digital?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's something that we've been really looking at. So it's the first time that you got a digital format that basically has a small trace to convert to analog. You don't need a digital analog converter anymore. The problem is that there's still some problems when it's recreating the curve.
Okay.
But they're getting really close.
Wow.
Really close.
Wow. I'll have to look into that. Appreciate that.
Have you ever mixed it up yourself? Are you old school party guy? Or, yeah, you. Yeah, cool.
I play, of course. Come on, we were in the age where that's what it was. I had a Technics 12,000. Come on,
you know, Mark, a little bit of this. Podcast we'll do in a few months. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna make you have ready and do a little wiki for everybody. Okay? Nice. I ain't gonna call you out right now. Okay, listen. We keep this thing to an hour. It's been a great night. The comments were off the chain. I couldn't even keep up with them, so I'm sorry if I didn't get to them. Appreciate y'all. Really, you got to remember, my guys do this on their own time. I do this. We don't have much time, and we do this every 2 weeks. Next podcast, we're actually, as of right now, we're going to have Tony from MechMan on, and we'll usually put a second with him, so we'll announce that. But Tony from MechMan will be on next Tuesday. Tonight, it was great talking about the hippos and the GTRs and knowing Massive Audio has been around, still around, and coming out bigger and better. And my buddy here, Mark, I always say, if I get bigger, you get bigger. If you get bigger, I get bigger. And it's all about networking. Check him out Friday. But you're actually, I locked you in. Halloween is on a Thursday. Stop with the Dodge Omni. I'm going to, all of you all are going to get, that's it. You both are getting written up in the morning. So somebody asked what my first car was, and I told them it was a Dodge Omni. And Deviant won't let it go, but that's fine. You're going to do a show on Halloween, like around 2 o'clock?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so we're going to be doing the same time frame, maybe go off into the evening. We'll see. I'll definitely give an official announcement, but we definitely want to bring back the Halloween vibes, the Halloween theme, which I do every year. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get some spooky bass and some haunted beats into the chat, into the stream. So I can't wait for that, Big Jeff.
Right. And Junior, SEMA, big show coming up. It's what, That's not even 2 weeks
November
away.
4th.
Yeah. So I know you're going to be tied up for that, but thank you for coming on tonight. And, I know if I had you on, we could talk for hours, and it's just, I think it better keep bringing you on and we keep talking about different things. I appreciate it. Everybody out there, I do appreciate you. The reason why we continue to do this is because of all of you, period. All of us do this. I mean, obviously some of us do it for money, but sometimes money is not even worth it. It's all of you. Let's Talk Car Audio. Check that out. Check out Tip Top if you want to get a product off our site, bigjeffaudio.com. And we always have giveaways. We have rewards points. And, man, there's so many reasons to go to bigjeffaudio.com. But now it is time for the giveaway. We get to spin the wheel. And then when the winner is up there, Junior, you're going to do the honors and announce them. How's that? Okay? But it's your subs. All right? And I need you, Mark, to be the hype man, right? Like I am on Friday. I need you. Hold on. We got to get this. Oh, wrong one. We got to get this going. Oh, wrong one. Okay. All right. Ben, it is time for the winner. And we're going to spin the wheel. Let's do it.
Spin that wheel.
So the winner is Mark Ward.
So we had a winner that's winning the 2 TKO subwoofers, which is a budget-friendly subwoofer, in a custom-built box tuned to 32 hertz with the Big Jeff logo on it from Audio Assassins. Check him out. And we also had a female winner tonight for the mini 2-inch subwoofer. What happened, guys? You guys killed me? Am I back? Where do we go? Bring me back, guys. There we go. The mini subwoofer. So, listen, just because you don't win the lotto doesn't mean you don't stop playing the lotto. Just because you don't win this giveaway doesn't mean you stop. We do giveaways every 2 weeks for the podcast. A lot of it comes out of our own pockets. Sometimes the manufacturers help, and I do that to give back. What we ask to return is spread the good name of Big Jeff Audio amongst all the dumb people out there that got nothing to say. And that's why we do this. And the podcast is every other Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern time. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations. Mark, give us something taking us out here. Give your fans the word.
Hashtag it can never be too loud. Thank you to everyone and everyone at B2AudioUSA.com, BigJeffAudio.com, the whole team at Big Jeff Audio, Ben, Taylor, Ileana, and everyone, Jared, that also always comes in. Big Jeff, thank you so much, Junior. It was nice to meet you. Thank you for educating me. It's so amazing to hear how car audio has evolved. I'm so excited. I think I need to bump up my game. My stuff is pretty old, so.
Right. We got to get you going. And Junior, give us some wise word for people that might not have ever even seen you before tonight or talked to you. Why should they be a Massive Audio customer?
Because we offer massive performance, massive durability, and a massive value.
100%. And you can get all that at bigjeffaudio.com. We are loaded, locked, and ready. And whatever we don't have, we will get. And I can tell you, didn't we just have another order pop up, Taylor? Yeah, we got plenty of stuff in stock. Hippos, Sumos, GTXs, GTRs, you name it, we got it. Check it out. And they have a killer marine line. Really cool amps, tiny. Check that out. Hey, I got Taylor the hair, sort of, and Mr. Ben here tonight with me making it happen. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been an awesome night. Leave your comments, share this out, like it. We'll see you in 2 weeks. I'm Big Jeff. Ben, take us out.
In the bag, yeah, that's a wrap. Big Sound is the best, and it ain't no cap. Hit the website if you need that merch. It's Big Jeff Audio and hit the search. I know you had fun, yeah, you gotta admit it. That boy Big Jeff took his thing and he did it. Always a win, yeah, never a L. Did you smash the like, subscribe, and hit the bell? Share it on your socials, put it on blast. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Big Sound in the house, like no other. Deviant and Big Jeff, the bass Basshead Brothers.